Go ahead and jump into the Jalen Hurts contract. You guys know I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan through and through. I've been an Eagles fan my whole youth life since I was 5 years old. You guys have heard my first ever short that I made on our YouTube channel was me discussing my anger and my vile after the Super Bowl loss, and it still hurts, and I don't want to talk about it. But Jalen Hurts' contract sets up the Philadelphia Eagles for not only now, but in the future. The cap hits on it are extremely low. They're more low than the likes of Patrick Mahomes. They're way more low than the likes of the contracts that Matthew Stafford got, and Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones and Deshaun Watson. They're only about 6 million in 2023. 2024 then bumps up to about 20. 2025 it seems like around 25, 26, and then 2026 it's just a little bit over 30 million. And while he does get about an average of $51 million a year, when you take a look at the 255 over 5 years, a lot of it is going to go into signing bonuses. A lot of it's going to be back money so that you can keep the cap number down. And I love Jalen Hurts. I think he is the franchise quarterback of the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. But as I have said, as a talk show host to you now for the last, almost 5 years here, whether it's been on Black Squirrel Radio at my college at Kent State University, or whether it's been the last 2 years through this podcast, I have been an advocate of, I do not root for my players on my favorite teams to get paid the big bucks, because I do not want to be financially handicapped. I want to have financial stability. I want my players to take a Tom Brady, a Patrick Mahomes, a LeBron, a Tim Duncan like discount and not take the max money and give me an opportunity to win. I'm all for guys getting paid, but is there really a difference? And again, I grew up at what you would consider a poor wealth class, I guess. So I did not grow up with a lot of money. But is there a big difference to me between 25 and 50 million? I don't know. The rich people maybe it is. To me, growing up with not a lot of money, 25 million is okay for me. For people that grew up with millions and millions of dollars, 25 million may not be enough to them. But I think Jalen Hurts does realize that this will give the Eagles more cap flexibility. It will give them the opportunity to whatever they want to do. Again, go in the draft. If you want to draft an offensive lineman to protect your investment, where Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson are about to retire here in the next couple of years. If you want to go defensive line, I could see the Eagles doing that. Potentially defensive back, if Christian Gonzalez, the long corner out of Oregon, is there. I'm going to do my mock draft next Tuesday, my one and only mock draft, and I'm very much looking forward to that. But you are giving yourself an opportunity to keep an A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, your dominating offensive line pieces to your defensive line, even though it's getting older. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett. Obviously Bradbury and Slay together at corner, a young rookie going into his second year at linebacker into Kobe Dean. So the Eagles still have a lot of pieces. They're going to fill that in with the draft. But again, the more financial flexibility you have to build around yourself as a quarterback. Quarterbacks are great. Quarterbacks lead teams. We know that. You cannot win championships without having a great quarterback. But at the same time, right, quarterbacks cannot succeed without having a star wide receiver, without having a good number 2, a good number 3, a great offensive line to block, a physical upfront defensive line. Running backs, you can find anyone in the 6th or 7th round. Well, I don't get this talk that the Eagles are going to take Bijan Robinson. I don't get it. Howie Roseman, I will never see him taking a running back in the top 10. Running backs are more complementary pieces. But for a kid like Jalen Hurts, who went from, going to Alabama to getting benched for Tua, to transferring to Oklahoma, to being in the second round, to being viewed by Doug Peterson and the Eagles staff as a wildcat Taysom Hill-like quarterback, to then beating out Carson Wentz for the job, to then forcing Carson Wentz for a trade, for then doubters, from Eagles fans and in the organization of if Jalen Hurts is the long-term quarterback, to then an MVP-like caliber season, and I believe he should have won the MVP last season, and to have a new offensive coordinator this year in Brian Johnson after Shane Steichen became, for the first time in Jalen's football life, essentially, since his dad coached him in high school, for him to have the same offensive play caller 2 years in a row. This kid's been dealing with a lot of stuff. He's always stayed humble. He's grinded, and good people get what good people deserve. I always said, stay humble, stay kind, and so that is the result of Jalen Hurts. He's a great kid. He's the future of the Philadelphia Eagles, and I love everything about it. I love the fact that Jalen Hurts gets paid. I love the fact that he did not take every single dollar to give my team, the Philadelphia Eagles, financial ability and reworkability to be able to stay in contention for years to come with QB1 at the helm. Do you like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.